Hey everybody out there, this is Seto, and today for you guys we're going to be talking about a cool topic today that I've been wanting to do this video for a while and I decided to do it today. So we're going to be talking about the power of versatile cards and why sometimes when you're doing deck building you should think about, is this card versatile? Can it get me out of different situations when you're thinking of certain cards to put in your deck? And why it's a good thing, and the power of versatility in certain cards. So let's just talk about some versatile cards in general. What do I mean by versatile cards? I'm talking a card that serves multiple purposes. Forbidden Lance, a good example. It can be used on the offensive and defensive for protecting your monsters or stopping your opponent when they're attacking you and destroying their monster by lowering their attack. Compulsory evacuation device. It can be used on the offensive and defensive. So when you're attacking, you can compel something that's a problem, or you can stop a monster from running over your monster. Another good card is the best neg one I feel like by far in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Book of Moon. Book of Moon is another good example of a very versatile card that's been in the game for many, many years. You can use it on the offensive and defensive. It helps you get around problematic cards, problematic things, stops them from attacking. It helps you run over monsters. It's a versatile card, even though it's a neg one technically. So what is the power that lies upon these versatile cards? I feel that the power that lies behind these versatile cards and why they're a good thing and it's the thing you should think about when you're deck building is the fact of the matter is, when you are drawing your opening hand, the more versatile cards you have to play with, that will play around with, the more flexible your deck can be, and the more flexible you can be as a player, for example. Now, I'm not saying you should just throw every versatile, flexible card in a deck. I'm saying you should pick and choose, certain cards, your trap lineup, your spell lineup, what your deck's overall goal is, what does it do exactly. And you should put them in your deck because they're versatile, because the fact of the matter is that it can help you get out of certain situations. It's different than a card that's just made for that specific niche job. The more specific a card is, doesn't matter how good it is, the more niche-y it is, the more specific it is, the more likely chance you're not going to use it as much unless that's a main mechanic in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like Solemn Warning or something like that, for example, or Bottomless, or Fiendish Chain because there's a lot of good effect monsters nowadays, or Breakthrough Skill. You get what I'm trying to say here. The more versatile, the more versatility a card can get, the better it will be. MST, a perfect prime example of this. It can be used in a multitude of different ways, which is why MST has been a staple in either main deck or side deck since pretty much the beginning of Yu-Gi-Oh! History, pretty much. So the more versatile card, the more likelihood that card's going to last for a long period of time in main meta or just Yu-Gi-Oh! Itself. And the more versatile it gives you from getting out different options. MST, you can use it to stop your opponent from doing something. You can snipe that one back row. The more versatile card, the more flexible you can be, like I said earlier. And what I mean by that exactly is, if your hand's kind of funky, it can help you get out of those situations. Or it can give you that slight advantage you need to overpower your opponent and put them on the defensive and win. So that's why I feel sometimes that when you're looking at cards that are versatile, you first have to think, does this work with my deck? Not every deck needs to run Forbidden Lance. Good example. But if your deck pushes out high power monsters like Blue Eyes White Dragon, etc., then you may want to consider it because you can use it on the offensive and defensive, and that gives you versatility. The more versatile a card is in general, not just in general, but also the more versatile it is in certain decks, ups the ante, for example. Let me give you a good example here. So what do I mean by this? So, like I stated earlier, Forbidden Lance is a versatile card because it can be used on the offensive and defensive. But if I put this certain card in a Blue Eyes White Dragon deck with Blue Eyes White Maiden, if I'm in a sticky situation, I can target Blue Eyes White Maiden with the Forbidden Lance, help me get a Blue Eyes out, and do my combos and go off. That's what I'm trying to say here. So it adds the flexibility depending upon the deck. You can just add that other dimension that can help you lead to wins and help you lead to victory. That's what I'm trying to say here. So that's why I've always been a proprietor of versatile cards, and I think sometimes what players don't do is they don't broaden their minds also on what is a versatile card. So let me talk about a card that not many people think probably is a versatile card because it's so straightforward, but you have to think outside the box. And that card I'm going to be talking about is Regeki. So why do I think Regeki is a very versatile card? Regeki can be used in two aspects, or three aspects, I guess you could say, if you want to really get nitty-gritty. Just clearing the board, simple. Getting rid of a problem, simple. That's one thing we use Regeki for nowadays. But also think of some other aspects that you've used Regeki probably before. You've used it to stop your opponent from killing you. They make a board, it's like, I don't want to deal with this board, Regeki. Or you've also used it on the same aspect on, for that's a defensive perspective. Now you're going to use it on the offensive perspective because you Regeki your opponent's field and you kill them. People have done this against Burning Abyss, Shadals, whatever, because they get the pluses. You're just like, I don't care. I'm going to kill you right freaking now. So you Regeki them. That's what I'm trying to say. Broaden your horizons about what is a versatile card. Think about it. Mind Crush and Dark Worlds. Mind Crush is a good card. It's a very versatile, but if I put it in Dark World deck, it serves multiple purposes because it's a discard outlet and it can help me against my opponent. So broaden your horizons. Think outside the box when you're trying to make a deck. And think about what versatile cards can help you in this deck and why they're important. Because if you make a deck more versatile, it's going to be more flexible. It can get out of more different situations. It's not just going to be like, okay, this is what I'm going to do, I guess that's not a good way of saying it, the more flexible a deck, the more flexible of a deck you have, the better hands you'll get, I feel like, personally, from personal experience here. And the better you'll be able to get around certain situations. Now, if you're going against main meta, and that's all you're going to face, then by all means, build your deck to face main meta. But if you're going just against general duelists and whatnot, make it flexible, because it's going to help you win more duels. The more flexible of a deck you have. And by adding flexible cards that either work and have synergy with your deck, it's going to up the ante and mean your deck's going to perform better. So I apologize, that was a little bit of a long video and I did ramble and did go over myself a couple of times, but I feel it's a topic that we need to discuss and just talk about, and it's something that I've had on my my long list of Yu-Gi-Oh topics I want to talk about. So I finally can check that off because that's something I've been excited to talk about for quite some time. So tell me what you think. Do you think there is power behind having versatile cards in one's deck that can help you get out of certain situations, certain jams, etc.? And do you try to, when you're doing deck building, try to think of cards that are versatile and how it can help your deck? And until next time, guys, take care, have fun dueling, good luck dueling, and I'll see all of you guys next time. Excuse me, out of breath. Seto Kaiba, I'm out of here, guys. Till next time. Good luck dueling to all of you. Take care, everybody, and tell me what you think down below of this video, and please give it a thumbs up if you like it so I can help get some Red Eyes support for you guys and build a Red Eyes deck.